Hi, this is Jessie Rogers, and I'm on the expo floor at GSummit 2013 in San Francisco. And here with me this afternoon is Jason Marchant. Jason is the founding partner and product guy at Scruff. Welcome, Jason. Thanks for joining me.
My pleasure.
So tell us, what is Scruff?
So Scruff is a location-driven mobile dating app for gay men. We are currently the second largest gay social network in the world, with over 1 million active users, 6 million downloads. We have guys scruffing in over 180 countries in 15 languages on all 7 continents, and that includes Antarctica.
Amazing, amazing. So you clearly identified a need in the dating market and designed a product to fill that need. Where did engagement come in to inform the product development?
So when you're a community-driven app like Scruff, like you basically live or die based on the network effect, based on whether are the guys choosing your app and choosing to come back to your app time and time again. So everything that engagement isn't just something that influences our product decisions. It basically drives all of our product decisions, and it's the lens through which everything gets prioritized and designed and evaluated. So I mean, engagement really, it's an engagement app.
So it's not an if, it's a must.
It's an absolute must.
Right. So tell me a little bit about the blue dot system in Scruff.
Okay, so the blue dot system was essentially a recognition and brand and loyalty system for our top brand advocates. Basically people who were very passionate about the app, many of them early adopters, people that would go around and speak very positively about us on social media, as well as basically get their friends to download the app as well. And when you're a bootstrap company with very small like advertising budgets, you rely on word of mouth advertising a great deal. So we wanted a way to reward the people that were doing that for us, and also perhaps encourage more people to do it for us. And so what we did was we replaced people's online status indicators. So in Scruff, you have a thumbnail photo that when you tap it goes to your profile.
Right.
And your thumbnail photo is adjacent to hundreds of other profile photos of men in a grid sort of layout.
Right.
And in each thumbnail photo, you have a little colored ball in the corner, which indicates how recently you were last online. So if it's green, you're currently online. If it's orange, it was recently online. And what we decided was that this is where guys want to stand out.
Right.
Is in this grid view with all these little profile photo thumbnails. So what we did is for our brand advocates, we changed the green and orange indicator dots to blue, and that's basically the entirety of the feature. Like there was no like sort of special magic behind the scenes where you had like special powers or extended access or to better features or anything. It was simply changing an indicator dot from one color to another.
But it does represent something fairly elite.
It does.
Yes.
And when we created it, we really didn't have any idea how much buzz and how much excitement that it would generate.
Great. Well, that brings me to my next question about your feature set. You have a free app with Scruff, but there is a premium version of it.
Yes.
So you opted to put a lot of really engaging features behind that premium wall. Can you tell me how that has paid off in terms of upgrade and conversion?
Yeah. So I think that this, from a product standpoint, is the decision of what you put behind your paywall is probably one of the most challenging tightropes that anyone that comes into the market with a freemium type app has to walk. On the one hand, you want your free product to be interesting and engaging enough so that people can download it and start using it and not be turned off by being constantly confronted with you need to do this, you need to pay to do this, you need to pay to do that. But then once you do get them at a point where there's a compelling upsell, that they convert, and that what they get when they start paying is valuable enough that they basically keep paying every month.
Right. So they can have a really great experience with the product, but reach that point where they really do want to upgrade to have the full experience.
Right. So some guys, you know, are like, I guess there are different types of people. Like some people, it's like they know that they go into something and they know that they want the full suite of features that an app or service can provide them, and then they'll even not knowing fully, you know, whether it's the right product for them, they'll immediately go and buy the premium version because that's just how they approach product decisions.
Right.
But I actually think that most people are of a different sort, where they want to sort of put their foot in the water. They want to like assess value, and then you know. And then see, like, so is this worth, you know, a greater investment? So like it really is critical to partition your feature set in a way that people will stay engaged with your free product long enough for them to want to convert to the paid product.
Right, so they see the full utility and the reason for upgrading.
Yes.
Right. So you've had tremendous success, and you named some great statistics. What do you think is next for Scruff and for the dating application and social networking space? This is always an interesting question. I think a lot of what's next for the space in general will be determined by advances in mobile device technology, and perhaps even like further advances in location or GPS based technologies. Like one thing I could envision is for more greater use of something called geofencing, which basically if someone enters an area that's been sort of determined as by a set of coordinates, that it triggers some notification. Like if you have a friend that's within, you know, like a mile of you, or like, you know, so you know that they're like maybe on a business trip and have come into the same town, you get a notification. Oh, by the way, your friend so and so is in town. You should say hi. Right.
So we haven't yet really seen a strong proof of concept in that regard, but I think there's something there, and I think that mobile technology needs to go a little bit further before that really becomes useful.
Great. You have some really fun features in Scruff, and some of them are very playful. Can you talk a little bit about the badging system, for instance? Well,
so the badging system is actually very is not a critical element to Scruff. So let me take a step back. The majority of the badging that we do at this point is the green and orange online status indicators. So it's communicating a vital piece of information. And one thing that we are going to be doing starting in the next release is using those badges to convey additional pieces of information. So you'll see when Scruff 4.0 comes out later this year, that new members will have in their green dot or in their orange dot like a leaf indicating that they're a new member. Or our pro members, if they're traveling, can set a toggle in their profile saying, I'm traveling. So when you look at their profile thumbnail in the grid, you'll see an airplane icon inside the green or orange dot. And we're starting, unlike what we did with the blue dot experiment, where we sort of went all in without fully thinking some things through, we're being much more like patient and reasoned and thoughtful about how we re-implement badging now.
Great, excellent. Jason, incredibly informative. I think there's so much to learn from your experience with this app and this new emerging space. Thank you so much for coming by.
It was a pleasure, thank you.
Excellent. Thanks for tuning in to GSummit 2013. This has been Jessie Rogers on the expo floor. Thanks. That was great.